I'm Dr. Ray Middleton. I help people by delivering great training. Here's an example episode from one of my training courses explaining the Power Threat Meaning Framework. I'm a member of the Power Threat Meaning Framework Committee, and these materials were developed in conjunction with the committee. We're learning about using the Power Threat Meaning Framework. It is organised around a few good questions. The answers to these questions can help people develop better personal narratives or life stories if we integrate our answers into our developing personal story. Having asked, what are your strengths and what has happened to me in terms of how power was and is exercised or operating in our life, next we ask ourselves, or the person we're supporting and encouraging, helping to reflect, how did what happened to us affect us? In terms of what types of threat were there and what kinds of needs were those threats threatening. Here we're talking about the effects of power. Power can be productive and act for us to meet our needs, and we can act with varying degrees of power to get our needs met, but power can also act negatively against our interest in lots of different ways. We've core needs as human beings in order to feel safe and survive and to thrive, as well as needs. We could think of these as rights to things like, to feel safe. So power can protect and nurture us as well as harm us. Anything that powerfully prevents our core human needs being met can be seen as a threat to our emotional, physical, relational, and social safety and survival. So what do we mean by our human needs? And how do we get them met? Human beings' core needs are being safe, valued and cared for from birth through our relationships with caregivers. Another need is to have a sense of security and belonging to social groups such as family and friendship groups, as well as being in a safe physical environment such as good housing. We also have a need to form intimate relationships. And we need to be able to experience, express and manage a range of human emotions within our social world. We need to be valued in the roles that we carry out in our family or society. We need to feel able to be authentic and to be our real selves. We also need to feel some degree of control over the lives that we're living, including our physical bodies and our emotional experiences. We need to be able to provide food and shelter for ourselves and those who depend on us. We need to be able to maintain meaning and purpose in our lives and to experience some degree of fairness and justice in our social world. We also need to be able to have connections to the natural world, as well as have meaningful activities, have status, respect, hope and purpose. These are all basic human needs. We can think of that we have rights to these things as well. Anything that prevents these core needs being met is a threat to our survival and us thriving. Consider if someone had the power cut off or our access to water cut off, and just think about that. You had your access to water cut off. That's a powerful act. This would be a threat to our life, wouldn't it? As we would die within days without water. So it's a threat, and understandably we would respond to this threat, wouldn't we? If someone cut off the water supply and wouldn't let us get hold of any water, we would have a threat response. We'd try to survive is the basic idea. A core idea within the framework is that humans have developed a range of threat responses that we're able to draw on and use to protect ourselves from core threats to help us to survive physically, emotionally, and psychologically, and survive socially. So threat responses are seen in this framework of understanding as understandable ways to get our core needs met, to those core needs physically, psychologically, socially survive. And this might be under very difficult, challenging or threatening circumstances. We still respond because we want to survive as a threat response. In the next episode, I'll give some examples of the different types of threat that we may experience on our journey through life. I hope you found that helpful. For more information about the live and recorded training I offer, just email me at ray.middleton@ladderforlife.com and sign up for my free trauma informed course by clicking the link in the description comments. Subscribe for more helpful videos and post a question in the comments and I'll reply.